All right, shalom, shalom. Kahalayim la. What the hell? Slakia. I'm not sure why the hell I did that. Kahalayim la. Yahweh Bahashem. Yahweh Shah Bahashem. Rakaha Kodash. The honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule and teach well. Much peace, love, and salutations to the brothers doing the work in truth and sincerity. Shalom. As you can see, this article on the People's Voice, it says Canada to imprison anyone who has ever posted hate speech online. This article came out on May 6, 2024. And this is a foreshadow or a prelude to what's to come for those that teach the true doctrine of Yahweh Bashmal Shah. And so we ought to expect this type of behavior coming from Esau with his draconian legislations, his harsh laws against the truth, speaking, against truth speakers. So ultimately, this is going to come to America because America's the main target for all of these draconian legislations. So let's see. Now, I didn't read any of this because I just clicked onto the article. Really, I just wanted to focus on the headline. I ain't really read any of this. So, bear with me 1 second. I'm going to try to find just a little information within what was written on here. Whatever reason they're going to make, whatever excuse they're going to make to pass these laws, it's really, not really the real reason why they're passing them. They're just going to say whatever just to, woo the minds of the people. But, it says, all right, I'm going to read this right here. It says, Part 1, the bureaucratic arm will consist of 3 entities: the Digital Safety Commission, Digital Safety Ombudsperson, and Digital Safety Office. These new offices are made up almost entirely of cabinet appointees and are given powers to receive and investigate complaints concerning harmful content, collect data, and develop more regulations. The chairman of the Digital Safety Commission would be voted on by Parliament. The Digital Safety Commission may investigate complaints and hold hearings regarding violations of the Act. The Commission may act with the power of the federal court and may authorize any person to investigate compliance and non-compliance. Penalties for violating an order of the Commission or hindering anyone they authorize depend on whether a regulated service or individual commits the violation. The maximum penalty for a violation is no more than 8% of the gross global revenue of the person that is believed to have committed the violation, or 25 million, whichever is greater. Cabinet and the Digital Safety Commission can make further regulations concerning the Commission's power and financial enforcement fines. Setting up a bureaucratic arm will do little to nothing to protect children. The last thing our system can handle right now is a stock of new complaints. It can't even handle the existing ones. Part 2, Bill C-63 creates a new hate crime offense that will make any offense under the criminal code or in any act of parliament an indictable offense and punishable to life in prison if the offense was motivated by hatred. A definition of hatred is introduced in S.319 (7), which is defined to mean the emotion that involves detestation or vilification, and that is stronger than disdain or dislike. Includes the clarification that the communication of a statement does not incite or promote hatred for the purposes of this section solely because it discredits, humiliates, hurts, or offends. Keyword offend. So, as you can see, man, it's going to become very it's gonna become very dangerous to teach the truth. Put it like that. It says, furthermore, the bill increases the punishment for an offense in S.318 (1) advocating genocide to imprisonment for life. The current punishment is up to 5 years. The bill also increases the punishments for offenses in S.319 public incitement of hatred. Public incitement of hatred. Don't brothers be in private in the highways and the byways prophesying? It says willful promotion of hatred, willful promotion of anti-sim. From up to 2 years, from up to 2 years to not more than 5 years. Alarmingly, a peace bond is created for fear of hatred, propaganda, offense, or hate crime. This will also allow a person to seek a court-ordered peace bond if they reasonably fear that someone will commit a hate, propaganda, offense, or hate crime against them in the future. If you watch the movie Minority Report, you know how scary this is. So as you can see, these devils have they're gonna make it very hard for the men that teach the truth. They already claim that it's hate, hate speech, they already claim it's that. So how much more when these legislations come to America, and we ain't gonna be able to teach the truth anymore, because guess what? The famine of the word is coming, But I just wanted to read a few things on that, and I'm gonna get a couple instances when the men of the Lord were put in jail. So Acts chapter 12, verse 1, it says, now about that time, Herod the king stretched forth his hands to vex certain of the church. This is going to happen again. There's going to be a time where the men of the Lord are going to be vexed by these draconian legislations. It's not going to be a regular day that we can just go teach the word. Because as you can see, Esau is putting laws in the books. As you can see, he's putting laws in the books. This is in Canada, but eventually it's going to come to America. These draconian legislations on so-called hate speech, whatever they deem as hate speech, which really it's not hate speech. It's just the truth, But of course, Esau gonna put his own wicked spin on it because he's the devil. So Acts 12:2, and he killed James, the brother of John, with the sword. So that's gonna happen. Persecution is gonna come. We're gonna face a lot of adversity from Esau in the coming years or coming days because he hates this truth and he wants to get rid of it and those that teach it, whether it be locking us up or killing us. It says, verse 3, it says, and because he saw it pleased the Jews, he proceeded further to take Peter also. Then were the days of unleavened bread, which is what? Around the time of the Passover. It says, and when he had apprehended him, he put him in prison and delivered him to 4 squadrons of soldiers to keep him, intending after Passover to bring him forth to the people. So, as you can see, the men of the Lord were also put in prisons, man. So we got to expect that. We got to expect that some brothers might go to, jails or prisons, it comes with the territory. Verse 5. So that's why we have to count the cost of being a man of the Lord. We got to know exactly what we're involved in, man. Verse 5. Peter, therefore, was kept in prison, but prayer was made without ceasing of the church unto the Most High for him. And when Herod would have brought him forth, the same night Peter was sleeping between two soldiers, bound with two chains, and the keepers before the door kept the prison. And behold, the angel of the Lord came unto him, and a light shined in the prison. And he smote Peter on the side and raised him up, saying, Arise, up quickly. And his chains fell from his hands. And the angel said unto him, Gird thyself and bind on thy sandals. And so he did. And he said unto him, Cast thy garment about thee and follow me. And he went out and followed him, and wist not that it was true, which was done by the angel, but thought he saw a vision. So, here it is. Peter is getting delivered out of prison by this angel, and he didn't know that it was real. He thought it was a dream. He thought it was a vision. It says, when they were past the first and the second ward, they came unto the iron gate that leadeth unto the city, which openeth to them of his own accord. And they went out and passed on through one street, and forthwith the angel departed from him. So that angel was sent just specifically to deliver him out of that prison. So even if the brothers that whatever brother the Lord has allotted to go to jail, the Lord is still with us, man. Whither can I go from thy presence? The Lord can also deliver you. I'm sorry right now. I can't spell. Forgive me. Here it is. Psalms 139. I'm going to start at verse 7. It says, Whither shall I go from thy spirit, or whither shall I flee from thy presence? If I ascend up into heaven, thou art there. If I make my bed in hell, behold, thou art there. If I take the wings of the morning and dwell in the uttermost parts of the sea, even there shall thy hand lead me, and thy right hand shall hold me. So it don't matter where we go in the earth, man. The Lord is always going to be there. So, ultimately the Lord could deliver us out of any situation. He can send an angel to deliver us out of any situation. So we got to, at the end of the day, still hold our faith in the Lord. But if it's allotted for us to just suffer that, hey, that's the will. Hey, let the will of the Lord be done. There's nothing we can do about it. But, we just trust in the Lord and embrace Yahweh Shema Shah and pray to him constantly, Verse 11, it says, If I say, surely the darkness shall cover me, even the night shall be light about me. Yea, the darkness hideth not from thee, but the night shineth as the day. The darkness and the light are both alike unto thee. So it don't matter where we at. We can be somewhere in the prison, in the hole. And they show you movies in the hole. When you're in the hole, in certain older movies, it was pitch dark down there, man. Ain't no food, ain't no bed. We might be put in these type of conditions, and guess what? The Lord is still there, man. It says, Yea, the darkness hideth not from thee, but the night shineth as the day. Darkness and the light are alike, both alike unto thee. For thou hast possessed my reins, thou hast covered me in my mother's womb. I will praise thee, for I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Marvelous are thy works, and that my soul knoweth right well. So it don't matter what situation we find ourselves in. The Lord is still able to access us, and still have our connection with him, whether it be we're in a prison cell or whatever condition, wherever we at, we still have the names of Yahweh Shema Shah. Psalms 34:7, the angel of Yahweh encampeth round about them that fear him and delivereth them. So this is a case in point for Peter when he was in prison. The Lord delivered him. Verse 11, it says, Acts 12 and 11. And when Peter was come to himself, he said, now I know of a certainty that the Lord hath sent his angel and hath delivered me out of the hand of Herod and from all the expectation of the people of the Jews. And when he had considered the thing, he came to the house of Mary, the mother of John, whose surname was Mark, where many were gathered together praying. And as Peter knocked on the door of the gate, a damsel came to hearken, named Rhoda. And when she knew Peter's voice, she opened not the gate for gladness, but ran in and told how Peter stood before the gate. And they came and they said unto her, thou art mad. But she constantly affirmed that it was even so. So said they, it is his angel. But Peter continued knocking. And when they had opened the door, and saw him, they were astonished. But he, beckoning unto them with the Acts 12 and 17. But he, beckoning unto them with the hand to hold their peace, declared unto them how the Lord hath brought him out of the prison, and said, go shew these things unto James and to the brethren. And he departed and went into another place. So the Lord could deliver us out of prison, man. You know, Yahweh told us, fear none of those things that thou shalt suffer. Revelation chapter 2, verse 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer, because remember, we are going to suffer. The devil shall cast some of you into prison, that ye may be tried, and ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death, I will give thee a crown of life. So we're going to be tested in these last days. And it comes with the territory, so we understand. Everybody's test is not going to be the same. Revelation 2 and 10 NLT. Don't be afraid of what you are about to suffer. The devil will throw some of you into prison to test you. You will suffer for 10 days. But if you remained faithful, even when facing death, I will give you the crown of life. So these are the words of Yahweh Shah, by the way. So we got to remain faithful to him, even through all the tribulation that we're going to suffer and things that we're going to go through, because as you can see, things are going to get a little choppy. Things are going to get a little strict for those that are true to the Yahweh Shah. BBE says, have no fear of the things which you will have to undergo. See, the evil one will send some of you into prison, so that you may be put to the test, and you will have great trouble for 10 days. Be true till death, and I will give you the crown of life. So while if the Lord calls you to be, put to death, hey, so be it. Hey, the dead Hamas shall rise first. Let the will of Yahweh shall be done. But the Lord can deliver you, So we got to remain faithful to him, even though the Esau going to try the men that are that believe in the Lord. That's what they want to do. So this is something that's ultimately going to come to America. And when it does, it's going to be tribulation and persecution for the brothers that teach the word. And ultimately, the famine of the word is going to tie right into this, because the brother's not going to be able to be out there on the streets, man. It's going to be, it's not going to be expedient anymore. The time of preaching is going to be over with. And it's going to be, the mercy of the Lord is going to be taken away. I'm sorry, I was going to get a precept, but I forgot. Oh, Amos 9 and 11. No, 8 and 11. Amos chapter 8, verse 11. Behold, the days come, said the Lord Yahweh, that I will send a famine in the land, not a famine of bread, nor a thirst for water, but of hearing the words of Yahweh. So there's going to be a famine of hearing the word, a famine of the word. And they shall wander from sea to sea, and from the north even to the east. They shall run to and fro to seek the word of Yahweh, and shall not find it. So there's going to come a time where the word, the men that teach the word, and is not going to be accessible anymore. They're going to be hidden. They're going to be taken away, if you will. their tongue is going to cleave to the roof of their mouth. That means they're not going to be no longer a reprover. They're not going to be out there on the corners. They're not going to be doing videos, because it's not going to be expedient anymore. The time of preaching the word is right now, but there's going to come a time where that time is going to be put to an end, and Esau is going to roll. Let's see. I was trying to find when Paul was put in prison. I think it's Acts 16. All right, this is the book of Acts chapter 16. I'm going to start at verse 19. It says, let me make sure. Here, yeah, this is it. Acts chapter 16, verse 19, it says, and when her masters saw that the hope of their gains was gone, they caught Paul and Silas and drew them into the marketplace unto the rulers, and brought them to the magistrates, saying, these men, being Jews, do exceedingly trouble our city, and teach customs which are not lawful for us to receive, neither to observe, being Romans. See what they do? That's what they do, man. It says, and the multitude rose up against them, and the magistrates rent off their clothes and commanded to beat them. So look, that's the sufferings that's going to come with the truth. You might be beaten, might be in prison, may be killed, all for the names of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. Verse 23. And when they had laid many stripes upon them, they whipped them. They cast them into prison, charging the jailer to keep them safely, who, having received such a charge, thrust them into the inner prison and made their feet fast in the stocks. And at midnight, Paul and Silas prayed and sang praises unto the Most High. And the prisoners heard them. And suddenly there was a great earthquake, so that the foundations of the prison were shaken. And immediately all the doors were opened, and everyone's bands were loosed. And the keeper of the prison, awakening out of his sleep, and seeing the prison doors open, he drew out his sword and would have killed himself, supposing that the prisoners had been fled. But Paul cried with a loud voice, saying, do thyself no harm, for we are all here. Then he called for a light and sprang in and came trembling and fell down before Paul and Silas, and brought them out and said, sirs, what must I do to be saved? And they said, believe on the Lord Yahushua HaMashiach, and thou shalt be saved and thy house. So, verse 32, it says, and they spake unto him the word of the Lord, and to all that were in the prison. And he took them the same hour of the night, and washed their stripes, and was baptized, he and all his, straightway. And when he had brought them into his house, he set meat before them, and rejoiced, believing in the Most High with all his house. And when it was day, the magistrate sent the sergeants, saying, let those men go. And the keeper of the prison told this, saying to Paul, the magistrates have sent to let you go. Now therefore depart and go in peace. So as you can see, at the end of the day, the Lord is still going to be on our side. The Lord is still going to fight for us. And I say us, I mean a hopeful man. I say that in hope. So as you can see, Canada to imprison anyone who ever posted hate speech online, which this is not going to stop anything, man. We believe in the Heavenly Father. We're already slaves. We're already in captives under these devils. But the Lord Yahushua is going to return and free us from these devils, man. So, we know what we're involved in. Hebrews 12 and 11. Now no chastening for the present seemeth to be joyous, but grievous. Nevertheless, afterward it yielded the peaceable fruit of righteousness unto them which are exercised thereby. So we know that the sufferings that we go through don't feel good. They're grievous. But at the end of the day, there's a light at the end of the tunnel. And that light is Yahushua. So with that, Lord willing, this was edifying. I'm going to close out by giving all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushua, Bahashim, Rakakodash. Double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who really teach well. It don't matter what these devils do to us, man. At the end of the day, we're still going to win. So with that, I'm going to say shalom.